So I'm Becca. I am 33 years old. When I was 29, I got pregnant with my son Zane. I had a perfectly normal pregnancy, lots of morning sickness, but otherwise super normal. And then in January of 2020, I went to give birth and I ended up having an amniotic fluid embolism, referred to as an AFE. It's basically when the amniotic fluid embolism goes into the mother's bloodstream, which happens in everybody's pregnancies. But in this situation, my body had an allergic reaction to it. It's a super rare thing. It's like 1 in 40,000, I think. And because of that, I ended up going into DIC, which is like when you start bleeding out. Um, Ended up having to have emergency C-section. They ended up getting the baby out before most of this happened. So he's totally fine, which is great. But then I went into DIC and ended up having to perform an emergency hysterectomy, which is the hardest part of this whole thing for me. And then they intubated me. I woke up, I think, 12 hours later. I actually don't have memories for like 2 to 3 days, but apparently I woke up 12 hours later. I was in Rhode Island Hospital. The baby was in women and infants, so they had to bring him over in like a little incubator thing, and I couldn't touch the baby. Yeah, so I didn't meet him till like a day later. I don't actually remember meeting him until a couple days later. Um, because of all the blood that I lost, I ended up getting lots of blood transfusions, whole blood, platelets, all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't be here without blood donations. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be able to see my son grow up. I wouldn't have been able to have my daughter, my family. Um, Basically, it saved my life. There's really nothing better than that. It saved my life. It is super important to donate blood regularly because there are so many people like me that just need blood in these like emergency type situations. There's also people that need blood for other reasons. Personally, my grandpa was diagnosed with a rare cancer about 3 years ago. They gave him 6 months, but he's to get his treatments, he needs to have these blood transfusions all the time. And he's with us here now still. So that also he wouldn't be here without the blood transfusion. So it's just, I feel like everybody knows somebody that's probably had a blood transfusion. You just don't really talk about it. You're a hero. They say that each donation saves 3 lives, and that's insane. Like, if you just think about that for a second, like, how could you not want to give blood? It's literally like the easiest and best thing that you can do. And I'd also say come back and do it again because that'll save so many lives. But when you're eligible to come back in a couple months, obviously you can save more lives. I also think it's pretty cool, like, keeping track of how many times you've given blood. One day you can say, I did this many gallons of blood. It's a pretty cool thing.
You save lives.
And thank you. Thank you. We love you.
Thank you. We love you.